Okay. Uh, I've been struggling so much with beauty, accepting my own space that I claim in this world, with or without trying, because I have a physical body, and claiming the space I have, claiming the control I have over my own brain. These are the three things I've been struggling with. And the first one is like, why is everything so hard? Why does everything have to be so hard? I mean, like, oh, I hate this. And this timeline and society that we're in. When you're a little girl, I mean, there's so much, like, the idea of you being beautiful holds so many things. So many things for you, so many things for others. It's just such a critic thing, you know? It's not always like, I want to be beautiful, I have to be beautiful, I have to do this, I have to do that. It's not just like wanting or like oppression or like propaganda. It's just a really, really critic thing to think about, to hold, to achieve, because it means something when you have it, and it also means something when you don't have it. And I'm kind of sure it also means something if you're the type of person to think about it. I mean, if you're the type of person to think about it rather than just live in the circumstance that you are, it shows, and it shows what kind of circumstance that you're in. And other than the like not getting any attention when you're growing up, and starting to get attention when you're like your face like fits properly because you're like stepping into your 20s. I'm 19. That's a whole another topic, but like the thing I'm struggling with is that like there are like stages to it. You're like this young girl, you're like quite insecure, but like, I mean, I had a mother who was confident in her body. I think that matters a lot. That matters a lot because you learn everything from your mother, and you learn what you think of yourself from your mother. And as a girl, that deepens so much more. That's so much more bigger. That's so much more heavier. You learn everything you know about yourself from your mother. And my mother was a confident woman. She still is. She's a confident woman in her body, and it shows. I can never remember her saying shit like, I feel so ugly today, I feel so this today. No, she would be really confident and calm in her body. And she I don't think she thought that it really mattered, but she still was confident in what she was given. And I mean, I was still an insecure young girl because it's it was greedy to be confident, you know? But like, I also in my own little world, I also really liked what I looked like. I was like, yes, like if I were a boy, I would hit it like as a like 10-year-old. Like I would have a crush on me. I think I look pretty, but like all these were like very, very inside thoughts. It was kind of a like, I mean, you would have to be like the prettiest girl in school, like the star of everybody's eyes, like to be for that to be an outside thought when you're like, I don't know, in like what, second grade, it would be greedy to talk about that. But like, so yeah, I was kind of insecure, but I also really, I actually like myself. I was just growing up, and like when you hit puberty, and especially in 2020 with like TikTok and being depressed was a trend. Everybody was depressed, everybody was so insecure, and it was the first time I think something like this happened actually. And like you're already going through puberty, things are hard enough and you're ugly enough, like puberty ugliness. And like there's an era you hate yourself, you want to change everything about yourself. You hate your mother because you like look like her, which is really unfair now that I think about it, but like I see where I was coming from. And you hate absolutely everything and you also have to go through like a physics exam while having these thoughts. And like after a while, you have to eventually love yourself, right? Eventually, you're going to be stuck with yourself forever. And also, that was a trend too. That was a trend too. Like loving yourself. I'm loving myself, and I'm not going out tonight. I'm going to stay in and read a book. And after a while, it was like, you know what? Loving yourself can actually mean going outside and partying. Now, loving yourself can mean so many things. It can mean so many things. But I feel like its generally used meaning is still such like whitewashed term. It's still, I think, such a whitewashed term. I mean, the feelings it awakens are at least its meaning have changed since then a little bit, but it still has a vibe to it. I once heard from a friend of my mother. She was like, loving yourself is a propaganda. No, like, you don't have to love yourself. I don't love myself. I know myself. I know how to get along with myself. I know how to live with myself. There's some things I can change about myself. I can't change about myself. But like, I know how to live with them so they're not a problem to me. I was like, oh my God, she has it all figured. Like, that's it. Like that realization, that realization wasn't enough. It was just like for a moment. I don't think I've like interpreted that. Look, I I don't think I've imposed that in my life right now, but it's a valuable lesson. And and like you try to, and the journey of a teenage girl's self-love journey, you try to love yourself by, I don't know, dressing up, dressing down, sexualizing yourself, anti-sexualizing yourself, doing this, doing that. You try every fucking thing possible. And after a while, it becomes an obsession and you become just like self-obsessed. And I don't know. It just it becomes a kind of self-obsession, and I think it also mixes up with my like mirror theory. I think like mirrors never should have been invented, and we never should have been able to like see our faces. There's no mirror in nature. It's just like there's a river, and you know the narcissist story, bitch. He fell down looking at himself. We were never meant to see our faces so much. And then I was like, whose face am I seeing the most? Whose face I know the most? And I was like, bitch, myself. I keep checking myself out, like checking um if like there's something wrong with my hair, something wrong with this. My face is always the fucking same, bro. There's never anything wrong with it. Like, okay, the weather is windy, your hair might be messed up. It's not, bro. It's not. How messed up could it be? Like, a wind came from that way, another wind will come from that way. It will just be fixed. Just relax. And like, I know my own face the most, the one I shouldn't be able to see. And I think that does something to your brain chemistry as a human. And and like, I see these girls on TikTok and they're like super duper pretty, and also like they look after themselves. How do I say it? Like they looking after. That's a complex word too, I think. They are like, they're constantly good looking. They're already pretty, but they're constantly good looking. What I mean is like, there's no TikToks of them with no makeup, you know? I mean, they regularly like fix everything, you know? Like, and I'm like, some of them, I'm like, wow, they're so soulless. Like, they seem so obsessed with themselves. Like, and after a while, like what do I expect? I mean, this is so normal. This is so normal. Like, society has failed these teenage girls. I think that is so normal. What would you be if not self-obsessed in that circumstance, you know? And now I'm just like, and it's also seen as such a bad trait. I mean, it's not a trait you would want to spend your life having. Self obsessedness. I mean, it leads to narcissism. But in this case, I think suffering from self-obsessedness is kind of an inevitable teenage girl loving yourself journey. Because after a while, loving yourself, I mean, there's two things to it, right? Like loving your body and loving your soul and loving your mind too. Actually, like three things. And all these get so intertwined. They like absolutely inseparable. And I think in a girl's journey, after a while, become self-obsessed. And the other day, I was like thinking, wow, I cannot stop thinking of myself in a third eye POV. Like I'm reading a book, like I'm like looking through someone else's perspective. And you can think of so many things, and I think of them all. I think of them all. There's literally no discrimination about those thoughts. I think of them all. I'm just like, imagine like I'm sitting in class. And 1 minute I'm like looking at the board. Then I realize I'm looking at the board. And after like look at myself, then after like I became just like overly conscious in just a second and like too much realization. I like look at myself from the outside and like, wow, this girl is so pretty. She's listening to the gas. Look at her eyes gleam. And I'm like, wow, like, no, I don't think she knows anything though. Like, I actually, her ponytail, it looks disgusting. It's funny how she did it. And I bet she thinks it looks good. Like, then I'm like, wow, she's so full of herself. She's the most selfish person I've ever known in my life. Like, oh my god, this girl is her soul has rotten. Oh my OMG. Like, and I'm like saying these to myself from another person's POV. That is not healthy, bro. That is not healthy. And I used to think like that's mm, like I think I'm about this topic. I'm on the idea of A, and other people can be on the idea of B and C. And because I'm so like aware, I have such an awareness, I will consider all of them and actually explain my idea in the A form. Like, I had that kind of a perspective, so I thought this was like being aware and being smart. Like, fuck. This is not smart. This is bullying, and I can't help but think like self hate is also a narcissist thing to do, because you hate yourself but you're still making everything about yourself. Like, I swear I'm not a narcissist. I'm just struggling, bro. I'm just struggling. And when you think in a third POV about yourself, this can be about anything. This can be about anything. Like, it doesn't have to be like teenage girl about beauty like stuff. It can be about anything. You put yourself in this passive passive position, and you start thinking about the impact of what you're going to do. And like, what I mean by impact is like, it's not really an impact. It's more like gossip, the gossips that will go around in high school, that kind of an impact. Like, why do people say like that kind of an impact? You just keep thinking about those, and you put yourself in this passive position, and it locks you. It locks you even on the simplest mission. And I absolutely hate that. And I hate that it gets so complicated too. Like, I feel so out of my body when that happens. Yeah. Yeah. And today I was just like, I came back from university after my first 2 weeks, and I'm back at home, and it feels so good. It feels so good. I've missed my home so much. And it feels just like how it used to. It feels like I'm in middle school. This is just like a regular weekend. I love that. I was also feeling so in my head, in my body. Like, you know what? I'm actually stopped going to creating these this space in my mind for other people, and other people is being like things I've actually heard from other people, like actual other people, and like things I think of as in other people might think of them, but they're actually so insecure and bully kind of words. Yeah, like me. It's me as in other people's form being so cruel to myself, actually. Like, I was like, I'm not going to open space for these in my mind. I'm going to push them out. My mind will be just mine. I can think of anything. I don't have to, I don't know, like explain anything to anybody. I'm not fucking guilty of anything. My mind is mine. It's my space. I can feel however I want to. I can look at life however I want to. I can be happy as fuck. I can be depressed as fuck. I don't have any explanation to give to anybody. It's mine. And that was such a relief. That was such a relief. It was like so quiet, and like I was like running around on grass, like doing parkours and stuff, and that also felt so good. Yeah, that was it. And like uh just now at night, it always happens at night. Don't trust anything you think of at night. I don't know, I just started crying, and I got really fearful out of a sec like in just a second. And even the thought of that fear, it burns me up, bro. Like, it panics me. Like what if I lose this state of mind? What if I lose the state of mind? Going, or like, that's what happens all the time. Like, you just keep going one step forward, two steps back. Like, I mean, yeah, but like, you have to believe in change. Everything changes. You are changing. And if it's already bad, the only way forward is for it to change to good. That's what I have to trust in. And I wasn't even going to open this video up. And I actually want to talk in Turkish because it's my native language and it feels more real. I mean, those words have fill in so much more space in me. They feel more full, and they vibrate in me, you know? That was a wrong use of sentence. They do not vibrate in me. No. Like they feel better. Okay, this is getting disgusting. Yeah. I actually like wanted to, I don't know. I don't know. I wanted to create something, anything. A YouTube video was a great idea. I've had this idea for like 6 months, but I was too much of a perfectionist to do it. So I guess this like badly taken video could be a great start for me to break that barrier, you know? So yeah. Yeah, this is it, guys. And I don't know, vlogging, I think it helps with wanting to keep going when you have an audience. made up audience, like I don't know, posting on your priv story about your day, vlogging a YouTube video, like the same shit. Like it keeps you going, I think. So this is it. This is it. Yeah. So goodbye. Bye.